An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country. Why is he wasting his time?
That is an abominable administration of both Buhari and Tinubu. A repentant Boko Haram is still a terrorist who have selfish interests and ulterior motive.
Just in case you are wondering that, what did I just listen to? Well, welcome to the Federal Republic of Boko Haram Production Republic. A country that graduates, that actually produces every semester graduates of repentant Boko Harams, bandits. This will only happen in one country in the whole of West Africa, Africa, and the world at large. And that country is known as the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have already said that Nigeria is a captured state, a state that is being governed by the whims and caprices of the Fulani bandits. When you take a look at those who usually engage in this Fulani terrorism or called banditry, because Boko Haram is a religious jihadist movement. And as their name implies, Boko Haram, it means Western education is a taboo. The only recognized and accepted education in Nigeria is Islamic studies. And also, let me buttress my point. Moving on. I said Nigeria is a federal republic or a federal university producing Boko Harams. Just yesterday, I made a video. In that video, I showed you that the Nigerian government has now approved, what's it called? Islamic certificate. That means Arabic certificate for gaining admission into nursing and midwifery school anywhere in the country. So what this means is that the Islamization, as long as you support the agenda of Islam, all right, it doesn't matter the level of animosity and atrocity that you commit, you will be forgiven. Just in case you did not get what the general said, that General Bill said at the beginning of this program. He said, every repented bandit, Fulani Boko Haram bandit, elders, whoever they are, that as long as they drop their guns and raise up their hands, even though they have died a lot of people, just like we have in the Middle Belt. They have killed thousands, killed hundreds, but at that very moment they say, we are not doing it again. And then they drop their gun. They have a chance to be reintegrated, to be rehabilitated. In fact, they will have a chance to become a better citizen in this contraption called Nigeria, that they even have a chance to becoming a leader, even in Nigerian army. You can see that this is a crazy situation that we find ourselves in a country that is so messed up, in a country whereby these bandits have sacked a lot of people. I'm going to show you a video of a general, how he has said that the bandits are successful so far because some top military generals supply them intels, give them weapons to attack homes, to attack villages, to attack cities, to attack towns. You know, so this is not a mistake. We are now looking like a broken record. Every day we come out, what we are discussing about, it's about bad news. Nothing good comes out of Nigeria anymore. You know what bust my head? So, they now put it on social media. Breaking news. 350 something repentant Boko Harams have now been rehabilitated successfully. And now they have now been given a starter kit to launch a new life. And in that, we saw them giving them rice, giving them agro machineries, giving them, what's it called? Peeling machines for corns, for rice, corn milling machine. I mean, God Almighty. The only solution. Let's all listen to this video of my brother, Mr. Ralph. Where are we? What's your reaction? Welcome.
That's why I tell you that it's an abominable administration of both Buhari and Tinubu. A repentant Boko Haram is still a terrorist who have selfish interests and ulterior motive, pretending to have been repented. A terrorist meaning an arsonist. An arsonist meaning someone that can unleash terror, pain, agony on a fellow human being without reason. No reason. I don't know what to understand.
Yeah.
So that's why in the UAT say today, if they after you as a terrorist, it's either you come alive or dead. You can never reintegrate the terrorists into American system, both their military and their police. But you see the kind of regime we have in Nigeria, it is all Fulanized, Fulani regime. Ranging from Obasanjo, a Fulani man was deputy president. From Yaradua, a Fulani man was a president. From Jonathan, a Fulani man was vice president. Mohamed Sambo, Namad Sambo. Buhari regime, a Fulani man was what? President. A Fulani man was chief of army staff. A Fulani man was GMO, group managing director of NNPC. A Fulani man was in charge of the customs, immigration, and the prison controller. So what are we saying here? When Fulani has actually seen that they have failed the whole governmental departments in Nigeria during Buhari regime, they've actually understood the conquests of what the Fulanis, because they believe that they have conquered Nigeria. And the only perceived enemy, person of interest in Nigeria today, to Fulanis, is Nnamdi Kanu. The man that has come in with agitation for actualization of Biafran sovereignty. He wants the Igbos to sit away from Nigeria. He wants the Yorubas to understand that they should fight for their own life and land. He wants the Efik, Ibibio, the Mid-Belt, all other tribes in Nigeria, that they are not minority, but they should come together and form a nationality of their own. So that Nigeria will be moving. He actually wants the whole Nigerians to understand that the invaders, thieves, armed robbers, bandits we have in Nigeria are the Fulanis. That's why he educated the Fulanis while at Guzo or Gachua prison. And today, the only perceived enemies the Fulanis have today is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Actually, they have listened to him in his previous broadcasts that where he was going with all his preaching, agitation, that is sanitization of Nigerian society, is to abolish Fulani existence in Nigeria, because they don't mean well to Nigerians. All they come to do here is to cause political disturbances, religious crisis and troubles in Nigeria. They are not here for peace. They are not here for economic expansion. What they are here is to expand their religious borders, bringing in more Sunni, yeah,
suppressed.
Yes, Sunni into our system, politically and religiously. That's why you see them pointing accusing finger at Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu portends peace, serenity, economic tranquility to the current Nigeria today. But the troublemakers, the killers, the invaders, people that drinks people's blood for sake of Islam, are criticizing Kanu's freedom. And I have this question for you. Is the Fulanis in control of our Nigerian judiciary department? Yes, they are everywhere. These are people that don't know much. they go to school with half certificate. What do I mean by half certificate? Before I could go to secondary school, I wrote almost at 1 aggregate. In 1982, I was the highest in my class. God knows what I'm saying, that I'm not just exaggerating. All my classmates watching me now, that I was number 1. I wrote almost 31. Listen, the second person wrote 26, no, 25, no, 26.
I understand. 25. We understand you, sir.
But let me tell you, in the Fulani land of the up country called North, 15, 14, 13, 12 aggregate were allowed.
Can you just imagine the inequality?
Imagine the inequality. The kind of that is engrossed inequality Southerners are bearing.
This is the low requirements that they give them. That's why they are the majority in the Nigerian today.
So how do you expect these people of low mentality, low self-esteem, to equate themselves with the Southerners, with the southeastern Nigeria? When I went to school, I was vigilated, checkmated, protected, secured, guarded, both left and right, while writing my exams by Nigerian Mobile Police, MOPO. But these are people, they pay money to go to school, they gave them food, they gave them clothes, they built school free. My high school where I went, my mother contributed money. Till tomorrow, my mother's money is there. Community members' money are there. It is not Anambra State government that built it. What are you telling me? And one Almajiri lawyer, Fulani man that is a chief justice, Fulani man that is an aide to Buhari, Mohammed Bache, is telling Buhari that not to release Nnamdi Kanu, and Nnamdi Kanu was not released. Tinubu now coming, an Arab Yoruba.
Yes,
he is listening to Bache Ahmed.
Yes,
not to release Nnamdi Kanu.
Ahmed Bashir came out just this morning, some hours ago. He said anybody that is seeking the release of Nnamdi Kanu should be considered an enemy. I mean, if these were the people that held Nnamdi Kanu. It simply means he is speaking the mind of Buhari, just as Showore has recently also tweeted that Bashir is saying the mind of his benefactor, Buhari. This is the greatest fear the Fulanis have now, that if Nnamdi Kanu comes out, it will conscientize the people. Because right now, the relationship the Fulanis have with the North and Middle Belt has been fractured,
severed by Nnamdi Kanu's ideology and preach. And they are telling you that that's why I look at Tinubu as the worst enemy the Igbos have. Ask me why. Why must Bache tell you what to do? Bache that assisted your predecessor is telling you what to do. Why must Buhari family educate you on turning your back on Igbos by telling you that if Nnamdi Kanu comes out, Nigeria what? Divides. Is that their decision? Their decision is their decision this time around. Are they the one telling you what to do? You are the seat of authority. As a rock, you have the ability to decide, to take decision, to decree. It is on your hands. You have upper hand over the legislatives, the judiciary, and the rest of the ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But someone that has expired already so far, without certificate, a man that reared his cattle for how many years ago, a military man that was even expired since 2017, a replica of Tinubu, be telling you what to do as a president of Federal Republic of Nigeria? No, such is a filthy excuse, very dirty excuse from Tinubu. Tinubu is playing game to the Igbos. The Fulanis are not the one that should be dictating to him what to do, while he is in that highest exalted office.
But I think the Fulanis are afraid. This is why they are shouting and screaming.
Should I not?
Because they are more or less begging Tinubu not to do that. It's because they know that Tinubu in the recent time has been clipping their wings, the way he has been bacchanizing the Fulani cabals. So they feel this is the last blow, and they are shouting out that Tinubu, if you release Nnamdi Kanu, it is as good as you dividing the country. So they are more or less just, they don't have a choice, but they are scared, hoping that Tinubu will do their bidding. Anyway,
let me tell you, Igbo mania is it. Igbo mania is the fear of the Igbos. Mania has to do with, let's say, mental sickness. A situation whereby you will see something, you will like to grab it. It is called klepto, then you add mania. A situation whereby you will see something, you will become afraid that you are dying, or you have nothing to do with, you have written it down that this thing you can't do it. That is why you have phobia. I don't understand. It has serious, strong meaning, synonymously with mania, phobia and mania. I don't understand. When you have anglophone, when you have francophone, excess love, mania has to do with that, excess love, because the quest to steal, whether you like it or not, is kleptomania. That's mania has come there. I don't know whether you see the two ways. So they are suffering from both phobia and mania of the Igbo nation. I mean the Fulanis. No matter how you suffix it or prefix it, those are grammar. Yes. See, Igbo phobia is the real problem. Fulani will not allow Tinubu to be. They will be visiting that office with their talking drum, directing Tinubu not to go there. I mean, freeing the innocent man. But we can see the current dispensation, democratic in America. I think those lobbyists, Biafran lobbyists, and the friends of Nnamdi Kanu, they must actually gather together to make sure that MNK is freed. Fulanis are losing out because Tinubu has turned his back on Buhari's kinsmen, who were fielded all over the governmental departments during the last administration of Muhammad Buhari. Today they are not anywhere in Tinubu's administration, nowhere to be found. Why? They are the poorest materials you needed to run a cabinet or an administration if you want to excel. They don't have anything upstairs. All they have upstairs is Quranic inscription, which is Arabic. That is all. They don't want to go to the moon. For where? Discuss going to the moon with a poorly educated Fulani youth. He will laugh at you because he believes that it's Muhammad and Allah that will take them to the moon. He doesn't know that God Almighty has left you to read and learn. Yes. On the field of what? Technology and science. Come out or evolve crafts that can help you to navigate into the moon. It is not about waiting for Allah and Muhammad to do it. These people are the most undereducated, most poorly educated youths, people in Nigeria. They will not give Tinubu space because actually they know they are losing out. In fact, on the field of appointment, on the basis of governmental appointments, Fulanis are nowhere to be found. Tinubu has taken over everywhere, and so did Buhari. If I could be in Tinubu's position, the Fulanis, they should give me space, breathing space, for Christ's sake.
Again, you are welcome to the theater. In continuation of our media relationship, and to also pass information to you to enable you to disseminate this information. Today we are going to present to you some fresh surrendered Boko Haram members who willingly on their own surrendered to the theater. There are more than this that I'm going to give you. We have well over about 45 in the Mungulu general area and over about 60 in Bama side. We also have these few we want to bring for your own information so you can actually see and interact with them. And what I want you to do is to talk to them and to also help us propagate so that others can also surrender willingly. We are, like I said, we are not here to kill anybody. We are following international best practices. We have windows for people that want to surrender. Like I said, we have the surrendering camps in various areas as designated so that those who want to surrender can willingly go there and surrender. And there we'll pick them up, document them, profile them, and then we'll continue to train them and then de-radicalize them like these ones you're going to see this afternoon. That's why we're here. I'm going to present them to you thereafter. You can ask them questions. You can also ask us further questions for clarification. Boko Haram members who willingly on their own surrender to ourselves. I'm presenting them to you today so you can see the effort we are making to get them, and so we're able to clean them up and then
discussing with them and they're also helping us with some information. So I will need to ask questions for more clarification. Thank you.
Ina bangaren mamman nan.
Wani bangare kuke aiki?
Muna aiki a tafkin Chadi, markazin Tumbuma.
So ya aka suka nufa wuyan ga wasu da
Mun daɗe muna hangen tafiya ɗin kamar yadda su suke faɗa mana ɗin ba haka take ba, sai dai muna tunanin hanyar da za mu fita ko mu fita sojoji su kashe mu ko kuma kafin mu fita su yan uwanmu din su kashe mu. To a ƙarshe dai sai muka samu cikakken bayani daga wajen shugaban ƙasa janar Muhammadu Buhari cewa ya yace ma duk wanda ya aikin Boko Haram kuma ya zo ne ga kansa, to insha Allah sojoji ba za su masa komai ba, za su karɓe shi. Sai muka yi yunkurin koda za su kashe mu akan hanyar fita ɗin, to insha Allah tun da Allah ya ga zuciyar mu mun nemi hanyar tuba ne suka kashe mu, to za mu samu saukin kurakuran da muka yi ranar alkiyama. Sai muka fita tare da waɗanda muka fito a nan, kuma sai Allah ya kare mu a hanya har muka zo mu da lafiya har zuwa yanzu ga shi kuke mana tambayoyi a kai.
To shin nadama ce ta sa kuka miƙa wuya ko kuma dai ruwa ne ya tsare wa gada?
A gaskiya nadama ne muka yi saboda mun tabbatar da duk abin da ba gaskiya bane yana da ƙarfi.
Kuna kuka fito?
Mu 17 ne muka fito.
Dama garin yana ta shiga kuka shiga wannan aiki.
Akasarin mu gaskiya duka da ƙarfi ne muka fita.
Karfi kamar yaya?
Za su iya zuwa su tara mutanen gari, za su zaɓe samari, za su zaɓe su, za a ce to wayannan ku za ku je ku taimaka ma addini, wanda kuma yace ba zai yi ba za a ce to shi wannan ya zama mutaddi ne baya son musulunci, dan haka ga hukuncin da ya hau kansa.
To tsawon shekaru nawa kuka yi tasiri?
Ya zama daban-daban, wani za ka samu yana da shekara 1 da rabi, wani 2, wani 3, wani har 4 ma a cikin mutum da mutum.
Kai a wani bangare?
Kamar ni karan kaina yanzu ina da shekara 4 kafin na fito tare da su.
Zaman ka da su wani abu ne za ka iya tunawa mafi muni wanda ka aikata cikin aikace-aikacen da suke yi?
Gaskiya abin da na taɓa aikatawa mafi muni shine na karɓi kuɗin talakawa a kan ruwa. Babu abin da nake tunawa wanda nake nadaman aikatawa irin.
To kuma wani ne kira za su yi ma sauran ƴan uwanku da suke gefe da har yanzu ba su fita kan ba?
Sauran ƴan uwanmu da suke daji a da, idan da ne nake ƴan uwansu, yanzu kiran da zan musu shine na farko dai su shugabanni suna jan hankalinsu akan ko sun fito za su fito ne a tara su a jiwa bare ko a kai a zuba su a kogi ko a ji a harbe su